Hi, it's Hollywood Glee here with Rory Kennedy, an prolific American documentary filmmaker. Rory, I've watched your films, and it's just amazing at the progress you've made. Your critically acclaimed films, starting with American Hollow, and then Ethel on your mother, and The Ghost of Abu Ghraib, the last the last men in Vietnam, last days of Vietnam, and now tonight you're going to showcase the your new documentary.
Above and Beyond.
Yes, Above and Beyond, NASA's Journey to Tomorrow. Yeah, and I know you're an Emmy and Oscar-nominated filmmaker, and this film tonight, do you think that's going to put you over the top?
Well, I don't know about that. But it was a great honor to make this film. NASA has done so many extraordinary things over the last 60 years, many of which I think the vast majority of us don't even recognize that they're responsible for. And I think it's the 60th anniversary of NASA in 2018. So to be able to look back at this organization that's really contributed so much to our understanding of the world, of who we are, of these fundamental questions: are we alone? Where did we come from? And what's to become of us? NASA is grappling with those questions and is wrestling with them and is, on the verge of answering many of them. And it's really been just an honor to be able to spend time with those folks who are doing such extraordinary things.
Yeah, it's fascinating. As I was thinking back to, I know Terrence Malick's ambitious film Voyage of Time, and he's trying to ask those same questions and try to answer them, and it's such a challenge. But I noticed on your brother Robert has come out with a new book called American Values, and taking people back to the 1960s, and I know your uncle, President Kennedy, really made NASA a high priority in the space program. And now I see, you're making this film. What was the impetus for you doing a film on NASA?
Well, this film is for Discovery. The Discovery Channel is broadcasting it, and they actually approached me to do this film because it is the 60th anniversary of NASA in 2018. And the idea was to really look back and celebrate some of the highlights of NASA's many achievements. And it's kind of done as an essay film more than kind of a maybe traditional march through time. This happened, then this happened. It sort of jumps around a little bit. But I think it does celebrate these extraordinary moments. And, the great thing as a filmmaker about making this documentary is there was so much incredible archive material that we and NASA really, just opened up their doors to us completely, both in terms of access to the people there and interviews, but also to this incredible footage and photographs and images. And so we really used that and those elements to in many ways to determine which stories I wanted to tell, because I really wanted it to be a very strong visual experience for the audience.
Wow, looking forward to it. Who would you, as a filmmaker, who are your influences?
Well, I think there are many. I mean, I've certainly been influenced by a lot of the great documentary filmmakers. I think that some of the kind of first verite filmmakers and the influentials in that era had an impact on me. People like D.A. Pennebaker and as well as Barbara Koppel, and I think that we were just at a dinner last night celebrating Charles Guggenheim. It was a Charles Guggenheim Award to another filmmaker, but then there are so many great documentary filmmakers today who I have so much admiration and respect for, and have certainly had an influence on me. People like Barbara Koppel and Pennebaker are still working today, but also I would say folks like Amy Berg, Heidi Ewing. I'm a huge fan of her work. Liz Garbus. There are a lot of really fantastic women. Also, Michael Moore is a terrific filmmaker. I mean, the list goes on and on. Steve James was here last night. He's great. Mark Harris is here. He's terrific. I go and see all of the films of my colleagues, and each one, they blow me away and I learn from and certainly have an influence on me. And then I think I also look to narrative work and TV work, and all of it has some impact.
Yeah. So what's next?
I don't know yet. I'm going to start something up likely in the fall, and I've got my eye on a few different topics and story ideas that I'm excited about, but I'm not sure yet which one I'm going to jump into. But I'm excited to have this film come out. It's going to a bunch of festivals over the summer, and I'm going to spend some more time considering different options and then jump into something in the fall.
Okay. Any interest in doing narrative filmmaking?
I am interested in narrative. It would have to be the right project, and I really do love documentaries. And because I've been making documentaries, it's frankly just easier to continue to make them, and I really love making those films. So I think I am also interested in narrative, but I don't have a particular project that I'm working on right now in that area.
Well, that's interesting. I know I read on IMDb, your producer credits, 40 and something, and that you'd relocated to Los Angeles, and I'd seen you at the Santa Barbara International Film Festival.
Yes.
On the highly regarded panels. So yeah, I would hope that that you would do some narrative, because you have such a touch with storytelling, and I don't know how transferable those are, but I think there's definitely something there for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We'll see what happens.
Thank you, Rory.